I am 72 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. Everything you think you know about aging is completely wrong. And what's worse is that the people who should be telling you this, your parents, your teachers, society, are either lying to you or don't know it themselves. You see, I spent the first 49 years of my life believing the same lies you probably believe right now. I thought I had it all figured out. I had the career, the house, the respect of my colleagues. But at 52, something happened that shattered everything I thought I knew. And what I discovered in the 21 years since then completely changed how I see life, death, and everything in between. But before I tell you what happened, you need to understand something. The reason I'm making this video isn't to impress you or make myself feel wise. I'm doing it because I'm running out of time, and there are things you need to hear before it's too late. Not for me, for you. At 51, I had what doctors call a cardiac event. That's a polite way of saying my heart tried to kill me. I was in a meeting, talking about quarterly projections, when suddenly the room started spinning. The next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed with tubes coming out of my arms and my wife crying in the corner. The doctor said I was lucky. Lucky. I had just come face to face with my own mortality, and they called it luck. But you know what? They were right. Because lying there in that hospital bed with nothing to do but think, I realized something terrifying. I had lived my entire life on autopilot. I wasn't really living. I was just doing what was expected of me, checking boxes, trying to meet other people's expectations. And here's the part that still haunts me to this day. If I had died that day, if my heart had permanently stopped, what would I have left behind? A nice house, a retirement account, a collection of achievements no one would remember in 5 years. Let me tell you the biggest lie you're probably telling yourself right now. I have time. I'll do it later. When I'm older, I'll finally live the life I want. I see people in their 20s, 30s, even 40s saying the same thing. When I make more money, then I'll be happy. When I get that promotion, then I'll relax. When the kids grow up, then I'll travel. When I retire, then I'll do what I really love. Let me save you 50 years of regret with one simple truth. That day never comes. Do you know why? Because the goalposts always move. You get the promotion, and suddenly you need the next one. You make more money, and suddenly you need more. You're always chasing something just out of reach. And before you know it, you're 70 years old wondering where your life went. I did that. I spent 30 years climbing a ladder only to realize, when I reached the top, that it was leaning against the wrong wall. And you can't climb down and start over. Time doesn't work that way. There's something no one tells you when you're young. Success is a terrible goal, and I say that as someone who achieved everything he set out to do. I became a partner at my firm. I bought the house. I had the respect of my peers. And you know what? None of it mattered. You reach your goal, and for about 48 hours, you feel amazing. Then the feeling fades. You return to normal. And then you need a new goal, a bigger achievement, more validation. It's a hamster wheel. I had a friend who died 3 years ago at 68. He worked 70-hour weeks his entire life, built a multi-million-dollar company, never took a real vacation, always said he'd slow down next year. Next year came, and he had a stroke. At his funeral, his son said, "My father was a successful man, but I barely knew him." Is that the legacy you want to leave? Your regrets won't be about the things you did wrong. They'll be about the things you never did. I don't lie awake at night thinking about failed business deals. That doesn't matter. You know what does keep me up? The trip to Japan I never took because I was too busy. The relationship with my brother that I let fall apart. The book I always wanted to write and never started. The time I didn't spend with my children because I was working late. These things consume you. The missed opportunities. The paths you didn't take. The love you didn't express. The risks you didn't take because you were afraid. The people you love, your parents, your siblings, your close friends, you think you have unlimited time with them. You don't. And one day, that time will be gone. My father died when I was 45. We had a complicated relationship and I was always too busy to fix it. I thought we'd have time to talk when things slowed down. We never did. Heart attack. Gone in a matter of hours. And do you know my greatest regret? All the Sundays I didn't call him. All the times I was too tired to go to dinner. All those small moments I let slip away. There isn't always a half later. After my heart attack, I made big changes. I stepped back from work. I started saying no to things that didn't matter. I started saying yes to things I'd put off for decades. In these last 21 years, I've learned more about life than in the 52 before them. What truly matters is embarrassingly simple. Time with the people you love, work that has meaning to you, living experiences instead of owning things, creating memories, being present. I know it sounds simple. When I was your age, I would have rolled my eyes. Sure, but I have bills to pay. And yes, you do. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying don't sacrifice what matters for what doesn't. Here's a question I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to answer it honestly. If you died tomorrow, would you be satisfied with the life you've lived so far? Not whether people would be impressed at your funeral. Not whether you achieved enough. Simply, would you be satisfied? If the answer is no, then what are you waiting for? What are you doing with your time that's so important that it's worth gambling your one life on it? I'm 73 years old. I've been lucky to have good health since that heart attack. But every morning when I wake up, I'm aware that I'm living on borrowed time. We all are. But most young people don't realize it. They think they're invincible. They think they have all the time in the world. They don't. I have 3 grandchildren, and when I look at them, I see the same patterns I see in so many young people today. They're stressed, anxious, chasing things that won't make them happy. They're making the same mistakes I made. And I try to tell them. I try to share what I've learned. But they don't really listen. Not because they're bad kids, but because they can't. They're living in the middle of the storm. They can't see the patterns yet. They think their situation is unique, that the old rules don't apply to them. That's why I'm making this video. Because maybe, just maybe, if enough people hear this message, someone will truly listen. Someone will make different choices. Someone will avoid the regrets that haunt people like me every day. You are moving closer to death. No one likes to think about this, but you don't have unlimited time. Neither do the people you love. Your parents, if they're still alive, are aging every day. One day, probably sooner than you think, they won't be here anymore. Your friends, your partner, your children, none of these relationships last forever. So, what are you going to do? Keep postponing that call? Keep delaying that trip? Keep telling yourself you'll make time later? Or are you going to wake up today and start living like your time is limited? Because it is. If I could go back and talk to my 30-year-old self, this is what I'd say. Stop trying to impress people who don't matter. Stop sacrificing your health for your career. Stop postponing joy for someday. Stop waiting for permission to live the life you want. Start calling your parents more often. Start taking the trips you dream about. Start doing the things that scare you. Start saying no to obligations that drain you. Start saying yes to experiences that fill you. And most importantly, start now. Not next year. Not after this project. Not when you have more money, more time, or whatever it is. Now. Because I promise you, the perfect moment never comes. Life will always be messy, complicated, and full of reasons to wait. But if you wait, one day you'll wake up and realize you waited your entire life. I'm 73 years old. If I'm lucky, maybe I have 10 or 15 years left. Maybe 20 if I'm blessed. Probably less. And I'm okay with that because these last 21 years have been the richest of my life. Not because I made more money, but because I finally started living intentionally, appreciating each day, and prioritizing what matters. I've traveled to places I always wanted to see. I've deepened my relationships with my children and grandchildren. I've pursued hobbies I put off for years. I've forgiven people I held resentment toward. I've said, "I love you" more times than I can count. I'm happier now at 72, with less time ahead of me than I was at 30 when I thought I had all the time in the world. That's the irony. When you understand that time is limited, you finally start living. You stop wasting it. You stop postponing joy. You start creating the right moment. You have a choice right now, today. Keep living the way you are, chasing success, postponing happiness, telling yourself you'll make time later. Or wake up. Realize that time is running out faster than you think and that the life you're waiting to live has to start now. I can't make this decision for you, but I can tell you this. You don't want to be 72 years old, looking back, wishing you had made different choices. Don't waste 52 years learning this. Learn from my mistakes. Live with intention. Prioritize what matters. Stop waiting for someday. That day is today. It always has been. I am 72 years old and I'm about to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. Everything you think you know about aging is completely wrong. And what's worse is that the people who should be telling you this, your parents, your teachers, society, are either lying to you or don't know it themselves. You see, I spent the first 49 years of my life believing the same lies you probably believe right now. I thought I had it all figured out. I had the career, the house, the respect of my colleagues. But at 52, something happened that shattered everything I thought I knew. And what I discovered in the 21 years since then completely changed how I see life, death, and everything in between.